Hey everybody, it's Pops Reviews, and I'm back with another video, and here I am again. And as you can see from what I have on my table here, I invested in the Dark Knights metal Zombicide miniatures. And forgive me, I just thought I'd throw in this Batmobile here as my grandson's Batmobile. Anyways, it was kind of thematic to what I have here. But anyways, yeah, I got these Dark Knights metal packs here, and now this is for, as you can see, excuse me if there's any glare. Well, I'll try and show this off as best as I can here. So, this is for originally Zombicide Second Edition. Now I have the first Zombicide. I have Zombicide Black Plague, Green Horde, like the medieval fantasy version, and I also I'm still still have to receive my Marvel superheroes. The rest of the pledge that I have, the rest of my stuff, it's coming from a third party. So I'm still waiting for that. Hopefully it comes in, I believe, hopefully next week. So we'll see what happens with that. And this here, so I don't have the Zombicide Second Edition, but there is a new Zombicide coming out, as you may have heard, or maybe not, and that's what I'm here to tell you, that there is a new Zombicide coming out, and it is DCeased, which is the DC version of Zombicide. It will be compatible with the Marvel zombies in one half of the game, and I'll go into that a little bit later. What I plan to do is just unbox these boxes here to show you the miniatures and the cards, and give you information of the DCeased campaign that's going to be coming out, and just my overall thoughts of what I think, what am I going to be doing with that. So it's gonna be a ride here. Obviously, you know, I got these boxes here because they will be compatible with the DCeased version of Zombicide that's going to be coming out, and the Kickstarter will be on November 14th, 2 o'clock Eastern time, I believe it is, or 3 o'clock Eastern time. And it goes for a couple weeks, and so these will be compatible. So obviously this is why I bought these boxes here, because I do not have second edition Zombicide, but they will be compatible with the DCeased Zombicide that's going to be on Kickstarter November 14th. So let me do an unboxing here. I didn't really see too much unboxings for these guys here. So I'm just going to do an unboxing here. As you can see, they're all still in their plastic. And I'm just going to go back. You know, pack 5. There's 5 packs. I'm going to go pack 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just show you and talk about this line of Zombicide and the miniatures, and my thoughts on DCeased and having the different Zombicides that I have. So first off, let's talk about the Dark Knights Metal series. I did not read this. This is actually a comic. That came out, Dark Knights Metals. It's based on, from what I understand, there's the different Batmans from different universes that are kind of like they're kind of melded together with like a different character. So you'll have like this here is the Lobo Batman. So this is Batman combined with Lobo, and then like you have, say for this one here, you actually have Batman. This is Batman here, and then you have the Joker Batman. He's called the Man Who Laughs. I think it is. We'll get to his card, but so you're gonna have the different types of Batman, but they're not necessarily heroes. They're all different multiverse kind of Batman or whatever, but they're not necessarily heroes. Some of them I think are just straight up villains, and yeah. So initially you're able to play this with the Zombicide Second Edition. This straight up. This is what it's for, and when the DCeased comes out next week on the November 14th, they're actually going to have a PDF file that you're going to be able to use these characters, because they'll have the compatible cards and dashboards and whatnot to use to play as these characters. You're going to be able to play them in hero mode. So in the DCeased version as well, there's no zombie mode. So what I mean by that is, in the Marvel zombies that I'm still receiving, and I'll do a video for the Marvel zombies, there's two modes of play. You could play as the heroes, and so this is where you're going to be able to cross over to DC and Marvel games together. You could play as heroes fighting the zombies, and then there's the zombie mode where you're able to play as the zombies taking on the heroes. So that version of the game is not in DCeased. They're not doing that. So, but you will be able to play these characters in hero mode to take on the zombies, and then they also have spawn cards, I believe, I think to take on, like when you're the zombies, they will come out to try, and stop the zombies, because they're green cards. But that's the thing. I think in the Marvel, there's the blue cards for the heroes fighting the zombies, and then there's the green cards for when the heroes fight the zombies. So I don't know. I'm probably getting you confused here, but anyways, so yeah, this is going to be fully compatible with the DCeased game. So I purchased this, got these 5 boxes together. This is the only way you're going to be able to. The only way to get these guys is to buy it from retail. This will not be part of the Kickstarter that's going to be starting next week. So just to let you know that. So if you want these packs, you have to get them from your local gaming store or online, maybe through Amazon. Or I bought this off the 401 game store in Canada. So I ordered online, obviously, and they have great deals there. That's where I purchased my Marvel Zombies, was through 401 game store. They have great deals there, and so that's where I got my stuff from. So yeah, so let's just get to it here, and let me just cut this open here. I got my little knife here, and always be careful when you're using knives and scissors and all that. So just stick with me, guys. This is an unboxing, and so there's gonna be a lot of plastics and tapes and whatnot. So this here is obviously just a single pack. It is Dark Knights Metal pack number 5, Abomination, Lobo, Batman, and you see the logos for Cool Mini, DC, Zombicide 2nd Edition, and then the different countries that I guess it's compatible with, that they have different languages for. And then you can see on the side art, there's Lobo Batman. So it looks pretty cool. So obviously he's a cross between Batman and Lobo. And then here's the back here, different components. And then more side art of the Lobo Batman, the top of the box. Zombicide 2nd Edition, bottom is some writing here. So let's open this up, see what's in it. I think this opens from the side. So this is pretty cool here. Initially I was not going to get this. I was not going to get these guys, but because they said it was going to be compatible, I jumped on it and got these guys right away as soon as I could. I just got them. I placed an order this past Sunday, and then they got here on a Thursday from 401 Games. So as you can see, there's going to be a lot of tape. So you can see the miniature. So this is Lobo Batman. So it looks pretty cool. Now one thing that'll be different too is that the bases, which is really cool for this game, they actually have scenic bases, like little stones and pavement and stuff like that, which I never used to have in any of the other Zombicide games. They were just basically just just flat surface, flat plastic. But these ones at least are have a little scenery to them. And then the Marvel Zombies and DCeased there's going to be way more scenery on the base. It's going to be more thematic to the character, but you know, this at least has some, so it's still hopefully compatible with that. So, you know, like as far as the scenery goes. So this is Lobo Batman, which he's pretty cool. And then he comes with a set of cards here. So let me just go and open that here. And again, you have to be careful using knives and whatnot. Just bear with me, guys. If it's taking me too long, I'll probably pause the video and then come back to show you the opened package if I'm taking too long. But you know, again, you're not going to be using all these cards. A lot of these cards are going to be in different languages for the different countries. So I got that plastic off, so that's good. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So we have Lobo Batman. So if you're playing Zombicide 2nd Edition, at the end of his activation, deals 1 wound to all adjacent survivors in line of sight. So, and then you're going to have the different countries here. And so then you have another card telling you that he has 1 action, deals 2 wounds, to eliminate damage 3 or Molotov, adrenaline provided 5. So I'm not even sure what the adrenaline provided 5 is. So really from this, all I'm going to need is this card and then this top card, and then the rest of it is all the same but in different languages here. So he's essentially an abomination for the 2nd edition, and that is what comes with Lobo Batman. Here's the back of his cards. So here you see some more artwork for Zombicide 2nd edition. He's an abomination. And then it says, to play at Lobo Batman, simply add the corresponding abomination card to the abomination deck during setup. A special rule, at the end of his activation, Lobo Batman deals 1 wound to all adjacent survivors in line of sight. So, pretty cool. Okay, that was pack number 5. Let's get to pack number 4. So, here you can see, this is pack number Dark Knight's Metal, pack number 4, Survivors and Abominations set. So the Lobo one was just purely an abomination. This one apparently can play a survivor. As you can see, this one is more Batman as a Green Lantern mixed with a Green Lantern, and then Batman mixed with Doomsday. So Zombicide 2nd edition. You're seeing the different art on the side of the box. Okay, so let's open this up here, see what we got. It's always great to take off all this plastic. Always feels like kind of like Christmas kind of deal, you know, opening up your gifts. So that's always fun. And yeah, I'm excited to see all these different guys in that, because I haven't really, you know, I know of the comic, you know, the metal, and then I haven't really paid attention to their sculpts, because again, I wasn't really you know, going to buy this because of, you know, it is a 2nd edition game that I don't have, you know. So here's the cards to play as if you want to play them as survivors in the Zombicide game. So I'll open that in a sec. Here's the Abomination cards, and let's get to the miniatures here. You can see the Doomsday guy. He's pretty big guy, and with a lot of cool mini stuff. Initially, you always got to take off a lot of tape, so that's nothing new. All right, so let me just take out. There's the Green Lantern one. He's not called Green Lantern, but he has a different name. We'll find out in a sec when I take out his card. So pretty cool. He's got his little ring on top there, as you can see right here, and pretty heroic pose. And he's got a little rocky base scenery, so that's pretty cool. And then you got the Doomsday type Batman here. So you can see his rocky scenery too. And he's a pretty sharp guy. The other Lobo had some spikes. This guy has his different little spiky stuff on him, so he'd be a little dangerous weapon if you want to use him as a weapon here. Look at this little sharpness on top here. So pretty cool. And you can see the comparison here in miniature between the two. So he's a whole lot bigger. So we got that. All right, and then let's open it up. So the Doomsday guy, he's Batman Earth 1, so that's what we're calling him in this. I think they actually went by different names in the comic, but I guess for this game, that's what they are using to differentiate the different zones where they came from. Because all these guys are from different multiverses here. Okay, this is going to be a little problem. So let me just pause the video. I'll come back to this. Okay, so I did make a little hole here, so I'm going to take this off here. And yeah, so you get a whole whack of cards here. But again, you're only using really the 2 English ones, and then everybody else has, other country has their own cards. So here you see, so Batman Earth 1, so he has tough, usually, and I think actually on the back of their cards will tell you what they do. You don't have to really look through a rule book anymore to find out what the skills do. I guess he could take 3 wounds before he dies. And yes, on the back of the card. So this tells you exactly what the powers are in the front. So tough, the survivor ignores the first wound they receive during each attack, setup, and friendly fire. Super strength, consider the damage value of melee weapons used by the survivor to be 3. So, you know, you have to find weapons in this particular Zombicide game. So if he finds, let's say, a fire axe, and a fire axe is a 2 damage weapon, because of his super strength, he turns it to a 3 damage weapon. And again, you know, for Zombicide, you start off with your blue skill, which is it's your free skill to start off with. And then the more experience you get by killing zombies or picking up objectives, and then you have a scale, you know, that 1 to 43. So when you get to a certain number, then you move up into, like, you know, the next level, which would be a free action yellow, and then you get to choose from one of these 2 in orange, and then one of these 2 in red, or 3 in red. He has 3 different ones in red that he could choose from. So that's pretty cool. So that's Batman Earth 1. Now you have Batman Earth 32, which is like the Green Lantern type Batman. So he has all these different skills here, and then again he takes 3 damage, and then again on the back of his card tells you exactly what his skills are. So this is really good that they have the skills, you know, on the back of the card, that you don't have to go looking them up through the book to find out what their skills are. And it'll be cool to see, like, you know, when they release the PDF, to see if these guys have these same types of skills, or, you know, they're going to be a little bit more defined and, you know, put together to play in the DCeased version or the Marvel Zombies version of the game. Because the cards that will be released in the PDF, you'll be able to play them as heroes in the Marvel Zombies. So that's how you'll be able to test them if you want to play the game. Play with these particular characters. And then obviously, and then the rest of these are just in the different languages here. So that's the hero cards. Now we're going to get to these cards here. Just give me a sec while I take the plastic off. Okay, so taking the plastic off here. Be nice and safe with the knife. Always be safe when using knives and scissors. Okay, so this is the Batman Earth 1. If he spawns as an abomination, a survivor entering or leaving the same zone as Batman Earth 1 takes 1 wound. So, you know, essentially you're going to have to fight this guy. If you try and leave him, then he's going to hurt you. And then if you spawn Batman Earth 32, each zombie card spawns 2 extra zombies. Okay, sorry if you get that in focus there. Again, this is the art on the back of the cards. Each zombie card spawns 2 extra zombies. So I guess when he spawns, that's what that's doing. And then all the rest of these will be in the language, except There's the action cards for these guys. Let me find that. The actions in English. There we go. So here's his and here's his. Let's see what they say. I put these at the top. So he gets 2 actions. Wounds dealt 2. To eliminate damage 3. Immune to Molotov. So you can't kill him with that Molotov cocktail. That usually kills everything in a zone, but for him, that's not killing him. Adrenaline provided 5. I'm not sure what the adrenaline provided is. Oh, I guess adrenaline is your skill point. So once you kill him, you would get 5 skill points on your track to move up in experience to get a better level. And to play with Batman Earth 1, simply add a corresponding Abomination card to the Abomination deck during setup. Special rule: any survivor entering or leaving out of Batman's Earth 1 zone takes 1 wound. So that's just essentially saying what the other card does. And the same with him. Pretty much the same thing. Damage 3 or Molotov. So Molotov can eliminate Batman Earth 32, but cannot eliminate Batman Earth 1. And he provides 5 experience. And the same rules. Okay, and then the rest of these are going to be all the same. So that is pack 4 of Dark Knight's Metal. Let's get to pack 3. Okay, so now we have pack number 3, Dark Knight's Metal, Survivors and Abomination set. And here you can see this is, going to be a Batman cross with the Flash, and then Batman cross with a type of, looks like a Hawk Girl / Aqua Woman, Aquaman type person. And see, there's a picture on the side art. This side of the Flash. There's a top art. And then they give you obviously these little readings here. So you could read these. It gives you a little description of the different flavor text for the characters. And then, so we're going to open this here. I just pre-opened the plastic. And yeah, so this is going to be great. I'm looking forward to getting into these games. I'm super anxious for the Marvel stuff to come already. It's been crazy just waiting for the Marvel game, because I really want to get into that and play that game. And I'm anxious to play these guys too. But I mean, there's going to be so many characters. When I get the Marvel Zombies stuff, like these guys, once, I don't even know if you get bored really, but like, you want to, when I want to give them a try, I guess I could give them a try, because I already have them kind of, and, I just have to print off the PDFs, to try them out. And, so that'd be cool. So here you see, I have the cards as usual. So we'll get into that, and then we have the miniatures. So we're getting into this here, and again, we gotta open up some tape. Oh, this one's not as bad, so that's pretty good. Oh. All right, guys, spilling out here. So let's see what we got here. So we have, I guess this is Batman Earth 1. So pretty cool. These are very, very detailed models here. So these are going to be just a joy to paint when I get a chance to paint them. So that's her, or him, or whatever you want to call it. I guess it's a crossover of Batman. And there's a Flash type Batman. We're going to find out his name. But very, very cool. And he has a kind of a rocky base. So that's pretty cool. Look forward to painting those. Look forward to painting all of them. Okay, I'm just going to open up the cards here. It's going to be 1 sec. Okay, so as I'm getting the plastic off here. So yeah, it's going to be great. I'm excited to play all this stuff like I've been saying. It's going to be, it's just going to be so much stuff. And this DC Kickstarter is definitely going to be my last Kickstarter. I keep saying that all the time. People, my family get tired of me saying this is my last one. But to me, this is the proper ending for the Zombicide franchise. For me personally, having all the other Zombicides and then having the Marvel, and then to have DC, to be able to play together Marvel and DC, which is pretty cool. Very, very unique. There's not too many other games that do that. I think there's only been two other games. Like, I think, like, obviously there's HeroClix, and there's another Night Models game that's called DC Universe. They had a Marvel universe in that was like the original line, and they stopped, but they made a few characters for it. So that's the two only games that I know of that you could cross over and play Marvel and DC characters. So this is going to be something special, that you're going to be able to have Marvel and DC characters together fighting off zombies, I guess. So very unique, very, very something to look forward to. And again, the Kickstarter is going to be, this next week, November 14th. And again, when you do a Kickstarter, you're pretty much waiting a year for the game to be made, right? To go through all the approvals, production, all that kind of stuff. So that's the only thing that's really tough about kickstarting, games, is that usually you have to wait a year. Now that's best case scenario. Like, this is a really Cool Mini is a really, really good company when it comes to Kickstarters. You're pretty much guaranteed to get your stuff. A lot of other Kickstarters, you depending on who's the company, and that you run the chance of sometimes you may not get your stuff. That's all part of Kickstarter, and it's a very sad thing of Kickstarter that you may not get your stuff. There's a lot of things going on with different companies that are actually trusted companies that I just thank the Lord that I did not go in on any of those games. That I have my limits in that, and people are having to pay a double shipping and all this type of stuff here, and it's very been very frustrating for some people. But Cool Mini is a company that they have managed. That when COVID was around, they still were able to get out their games and keep to their word, and somehow their manufacturer, their production plant for the game still was going in China, wherever they are. So very good on them. And uh, so again, to wait a year for a game is actually really good, but I don't want to go through that process anymore. This is the last time that I will go through that process, is waiting for this DC game to come out. Anyways, getting back to this here. So we got Batman Earth 1. So you're seeing the cards for Batman Earth 1. And, so this is a Batman version of Batman. But again, she's like a cross between Batman and like an aqua lady, and almost like Hawk Girl. Well, she almost looks like Hawk Girl a bit too, with her helmet kind of thing. But I guess it's more Batman. Again, I didn't read the story, so I don't know really much about these characters. So then you have Batman Earth 52, which is like a Flash Batman crossed together, and then his different skills. I can't wait to play. They showed a preview today of the Flash in the DCeased game that's coming out, and he looks awesome. Where he's just like speeding around the board and fighting off the zombies and all that. And he's not even being really stopped by the zombies. He just keeps going, and he's punching things left and right. So I can't wait to play with some of these guys and have them have their powers like kind of really match up with who they are. And hopefully with these characters too, the cards that they make, hopefully they are accurate to their cards. And what I heard from a discussion that they had earlier, Cool Mini did a developer discussion on YouTube or on their site, talking about the game and talking about actually these guys, and some of these guys, again, they're not really heroic, and so some of the things they have kind of consequences, I guess, to their stuff. So that'll be really cool. So anyways, here we have Batman Earth 11. When she's a zombie or an abomination, survivors can only perform one move action each activation. And then the Batman Earth 52, at the end of his activation, perform 1 extra action if he did not attack. So I guess he's moving forward towards you. And then they have their activation card. So I'll probably, at least keep the English versions of these here. I do have a friend that has this particular version of Zombicide, so I'll probably keep them just in case we play that version, and then we have, these guys to play with in that version as well. So I was gonna keep it moving here. I'll show you kind of what is with these packs here. But anyways, that was pack number 3. Let's get to pack number 2. Okay, so here we have pack number 2, Dark Knight's Metal, pack number 2, Survivors and Abomination set. So there we have Batman as, looks like he's like a kind of like a cyborg possibly. He's not Iron Man. There's no Iron Man in DC, so he's probably like cyborg. And then this one, I guess, is a cross between a Wonder Woman and Ares, I guess, here. And so very cool. The art is very cool for these guys. And here's the side art for that. Back of the box. Top of the box. Again, they have the flavor text for these guys here. So let's open this up here. So again, I've never read this comic here. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I might look into it. I always like reading some of the stuff. The material sometimes of what I'm playing, if I have it, or if I'm interested in it. Like currently, right now, I'm reading the Marvel Zombies omnibus, which I will hopefully like to do a review on. So hopefully look for that in maybe a future videos if I make that one. And, if you guys have any questions about any of these boxes or the games or anything, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to try and answer as best as I can here. Again, here's packs that come with here, cards. So, and we'll take this out. And this, when you buy a cool mini game and you have these different expansions and that, and they come, like, expect there to be a lot of tape like this. And it's good. They keep their stuff good, packaged well. So there's not too many broken figures or anything like that. So let's take a look here. We'll find out who this guy's name here. Again, they're kind of calling them by like Earth, whichever. From their different Earths that they come from in the Dark Knight's Metal series, but it's not necessarily what their name was in the Dark Knight's Metal. They're just calling them by like which multiverse they're kind of coming from. So that's pretty cool. He has that kind of Iron Man type pose, and then I'm thinking he's closer to maybe to like Cyborg, if anything. And look at this guy. This guy's nice and big. And then they have this kind of rocky kind of texture base to them. And I got this power pose. That's pretty cool. Okay, now I'll get to the different cards. Okay, so as I'm opening this here, here we go. It's a little plastic here. It's always hard filming these unboxings and the way that you want them to go sometimes. And there's people out there that all they do is unboxing videos and that, and good on them. More power to them. I don't mind though. It's always nice to show off your toys, I guess, kind of thing, Alright, so there we go. So here is Batman Earth 12. And the other guy is Batman Earth 44. So these are the skills that Batman Earth 12 has. And Batman Earth 44. Very cool looking. Full auto. So this guy, he's a real killer type guy in the game. So pretty cool, point blank in that. So yeah, I'll be I wouldn't mind using these guys in the Zombicide Second Edition. I'm sure they're like really overpowered kind of characters for that game. What I do, I have played Zombicide Second Edition, and I gotta say, like it's a good game. I like it. It's I always like all the Zombicide games, but I always like my Zombicide to be a little more challenging. Like I like the board to fight back a little more sometimes. So sometimes I feel like this second edition is a little more on the easier side. Um, so that's why I didn't, and it should have been a natural fit really because I have a lot of the first edition stuff, not all, because the first edition was one of the first Kickstarters and that, and so I missed out on that. And so there is a lot of characters I'm missing from the first edition, but I have plenty of it though. Um, and so they made a second edition that has more of the plastic trays and try to clean up the game, I guess, a bit more. But I didn't feel like jumping in. I thought I already had enough of the first edition stuff that it didn't really warrant the second edition for me. And it's probably a good thing because I mean, there's been so many other Zombicides that have come out after it, really. Like the Marvel and the DC that's coming out, that are more to my theme. So it's pretty good. I didn't really get invested in a lot of the other Zombicides, and then it's all taking up space because if you buy a Zombicide, you're going to be buying a lot of expansion for it, really. So that's if you're someone that has FOMO, a bit like me. I have a bit of FOMO that fear of missing out, uh, on the certain expansions and gameplay stuff or whatever. But anyways, I'm gonna talk more about that when DC comes out, the DCeased Zombicide game. So here's the cards here. So this is Batman Earth 2 is Abomination. All other zombies deal 1 extra wound when attacking. So this is like he spawned his card, the Abomination. There's a little Abomination deck. You flip this and then that's what he's doing. This guy ignores walls when moving. Range attack 2 wounds. Range attack wounds, and then range is 0 to 2. Okay, so he does 2 wounds, range 0 to 2 on ranged attacks, and then you can like phase through walls, I guess, and that kind of thing. Oh, so that's pretty interesting. And then here's their cards to tell you like exactly how to use them. So pretty cool. All right, let's get to the next box. Okay, so we have the last and final box here of the 5. Pack 1, Dark Knight's Metal, Survivors and Abomination set. So this is Batman and is it the Batman Who Laughs? I believe his name is. I mean, I've heard his name so many times and now I'm blanking out what his exact name is. But his exact name, I believe, is in this set here. And these are like the Robins, his little minion guys that he has here. They're pretty dastardly from what I've heard. I've never read the story. So you're getting 4 of these Robins here. Batman Who Laughs, yeah. So his name is Batman Who Laughs, but he's like a cross between Batman and Joker put together. So let's see here. Again, he's gonna be a playable hero. They have a hero card for him in the DCeased game. And so it'll be interesting. To see what these guys do. Some of these guys, what their powers are. I really am interested to see what they're doing into the DCeased game, how they cross over, which is pretty cool. And then I'm sure in the DCeased game as well, they already have a Batman, so you're gonna have all these different. I'm sure you're gonna have all these different iterations of Batman in the game. All right, so this is pretty cool. This is Batman here. I think in the DCeased game, I mean, this is the kind of like the new Batman. I mean, it's still Bruce Wayne, but I think it's Bruce Wayne. I'm not sure. There's been different iterations of Batman. This is the Unbirth, I believe, is the name for this Batman. Batman Unbirth. This look. So you have those cards. We'll get to that in a sec. And obviously the abomination cards. So let's get to the miniatures here. And yeah, it'll be cool to see what these guys do for spawning purposes with the DCeased game when that comes out. Or even Marvel Zombies. I guess I'll have to maybe print out the PDFs to play as these guys at some point. There's these little Robin guys. These come with a Batman who laughs. This is going to be pretty interesting. Again, I've never read the story, but I heard these guys are, I don't know, they're pretty dastardly, like I was saying. So you got 4 different versions of them. This is pretty cool. He has his flowing cape. So you got that version. I'll get to the crouching guy in a sec. I'll show this one here. Like he's coming out for Halloween, and you can see the little Robin emblem. That's pretty cool. And at least the bases are nice with the little scenery stones, so that's kind of easy to paint. And I mean, when you see the Marvel Zombies and the DCeased versions, you know, they're gonna have very dynamic bases, which is also be really cool to paint. This is a whole lot easier. These ones here. So you can see, look at the face on him. Wow. So pretty dastardly guys. It's like kind of like a sewer back cover there. So that's pretty cool. And so we got that. Those 4 Joker or Robin minions. And then here's the Batman who laughs. So he's wearing some type of eye type thing here. So with spikes. He's got these different blades in his hand. Again, another look at the sharp looking character. His like jacket type of cape that he wears. And he's got the same kind of sewer kind of stone and pavement kind of scenery here, terrain. So very cool. Going to be very awesome to paint. And last but not least, the superstar of all these boxes here, Batman, Unbirthed Batman. So you can see he's got some battle axes in his hand. Looks like he's had enough. He's ready. He's just using any weapon here to take on all these guys, some of these different multiverses that have come out of the woodwork from probably. So yeah, it's going to be very, very cool to paint him up and get him going. And I'm just going to show off the cards quickly. I'll be back in 1 second while I take the plastic off. Okay, so getting the plastic off these guys here, these cards. So yeah, once I finish showing this, then I'll give my final thoughts on all these and what I intend to do, hopefully, with the DCeased game when that comes out. And as you can see, in the background, there's somebody watching all this here. If you've seen my previous videos, you know exactly who that is there. So anyways, there's Batman here. So here's stuff that he does here. Probably really strong character in Zombicide 2nd edition here. I'm not, tactician. He could go out of turn. Tough. So very cool. And then it's just all him. The different languages. So that's Batman. And then we have these abomination cards. There we go. Yeah, so it's going to be cool to see what all these guys do in the DCeased version of the game. I'm very interested to see what their powers are in that. So Batman who laughs. When it spawns, draw and spawn the Robin's abomination card. Allows more than one abomination on the board at the same time. We shuffle Batman who laughs into the abomination deck when defeated. So he just comes back and there's these Robin cards, no special rule. There's the backs. And that is it. Oh, they have their activation card. Yes, there's the 2 English ones. my camera. So actions 1, wounds dealt 2, immune to Molotov. Here's another one. Can't beat him with the Molotov cocktail. So you need you need a 3 damage weapon other than a Molotov. And then the Robin's actions 2, wounds dealt 2. You deal 2 wounds, eliminate damage 2. And they provide 3 experience points or adrenaline points in this game. So yeah, so that is the pack 1 for Batman's Dark Knight Metals, and I will come back and give you my final thoughts on just everything here. Okay, so we're back here, and I've shown you all 5 different boxes of the Dark Knights Metals series by Cool Mini or Not, CMON, however you want to say their name. Again, this was a pack that you could play currently, right now, with the Zombicide 2nd Edition. If you have that game, you could play it right now with that. That's what it's for. But again, my purposes of buying this was for the DCeased game that's going to be coming out on Kickstarter next week, November 14th. And it starts again, I think, at 3 Eastern time. So you could watch all the happenings of everything being unlocked. And these Zombicide games, they are expensive games. I'm not going to lie to you, these games are expensive. I'm sure the entry point for this game is probably $130, I bet, for the core box. Usually you could buy, let's say, if you didn't have FOMO, you could buy, let's say, the core box at like, 130, whatever it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be around that price. And then, you could, if you just wanted to get the core box and then just the stretch goals, and then you'd be good, because you're going to get a lot of stretch goals. You're going to get a lot of different characters in this game. But of course, they're going to have different expansions. The core box is based on Metropolis that has, I think, something like, I think it's 8 different characters and like hero characters, and then like 5 or 6 different Abomination superhero characters, and then of course all the different runners and brutes and walkers. A lot of gameplay from the core box, and then just even the stretch goals if you just back to that. But of course, they don't stop there. There will be other expansions. I'm sure there's going to be a Gotham expansion, and there's probably going to be, I bet, a Darkest Night, a Blackest Night with kind of the zombie like Green Lantern guys. There's gonna be a few different expansions that come with this game. The developer, Micah Chanel, who made the Marvel Zombies, and he's the current guy making the DCeased game. He was saying that the different expansions, he loves all of them already. Now he's not, I trust him, because he's not looking just to really sell the game, but also he really will give you his honest opinions, and he's really liking all the different expansions. So I can only imagine, right? For myself, I will be getting all of it. I will get all of it. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm all in on DCeased, no matter what they put out there. They're not putting out a Galactus figure, so that's good. I don't have to worry about another huge figure sitting on my coffee table right now, as it is right now. So there's not going to be any type of big, gigantic figure for this Kickstarter in particular. But yes, there will be different expansions. So obviously, your $130, let's say, if you wanted to pledge that, and you see all the different expansions, you probably could go up, I bet, as easily up to $400 and something, $500. And then, of course, you always have to factor in the shipping, which could cost another, I'm going to guess, let's say, $70 to $80 for everything. And then, of course, like myself, I live in Canada, so then you have to worry about the conversion rate as well as the shipping. So, I'm sure there'll be different levels of backing. It's going to be totally up to you of what you want to back. Again, like I said, I'm going to be all in, so I'm getting all of it no matter what. I got all of it for Marvel Zombies. I'm getting all of it for DCeased. After this, though, like I'm saying, I am done with Kickstarter. I am done with I have plenty of games in my collection. There's going to be a ton of figures, ton of miniatures in this game. Um, like the Marvel Zombies is already like, I think there's 200, over 200 and something characters in the game. And then, to have this one will be another, I'm sure another 200. So that's over 400, 500 guys to play with, like that's a crazy amount of guys I could probably never go through in this lifetime, right? And of course, that's with any game that has, different teams, different whatever players, characters, whatever. There's just going to be just oodles of gameplay here. And, but I'm a superhero fan, I'm a sports fan, I'm all these different fans. And in particular, the superhero genre has a special place in my heart. So I will be, getting all this stuff here. Um, this is one of my only superhero games I really have as a board game. Besides, I guess I have HeroClix, but this is one of the only ones where it's easy enough to play with your family, where you could have your wife and your kids all play, or anybody else that doesn't really know tabletop games, that they could get into this and it's easy to play. And to also have 4 to 6 players being different superheroes is, I think, is pretty cool. Like it's a cooperative game, right? You against the board, and trying to get the different objectives, and then the different spawns of who's coming out to fight you. Different walkers and brutes and superheroes that come out. So it's a very, very fun game. I'm very anxious for my Marvel game to come in. I'm super, I really want to get that going here, but again, I have to be a little patient and wait. It's coming. Again, hopefully I'll be showing that off to you when that comes out. I don't know how much detail I'll go into because there's so many videos out on it right now. But yeah, but this is great. I'm glad I got these packs here. The guys look great. Again, it's gonna be fully compatible with the DCeased game as well as the Marvel game in the heroic mode. Okay, so that's something that you should know if you're going to purchase this. And again, it's not going to be on the Kickstarter. You have to get this at retail, excuse me, or off an online gaming site. Like for me, I purchased this off of 401 Games in Canada. I'm sure there's games like places like Board Game Stewart, or maybe just Amazon, that still maybe have these in stock. And I think they're actually going to be putting more of this in stock, especially when DCeased comes out. So if you missed out on any of them, then I'm sure they'll probably come back into production and will return. Excuse me, guys. So anyways, that is my unboxing of Dark Knight's Metal. Very cool miniatures, guys. I'm very interested in playing with them. Hopefully I can get these painted up. And crossed over, trying them out with the Marvel guys. Like I said, I'm gonna have so many different guys from the Marvel guys, though. Like it might take a while to get these guys going, but I will eventually, just to try them out, I guess, and maybe I'll do a gameplay to show them off. We'll see how that goes. But again, I just want to thank you guys for subscribing, leaving comments, and I know I have all these different topics, from superheroes to wrestling to the different games and that, and it's just showing, excuse me again, it's just showing off the different things of my interest that I like, that maybe others have, and sometimes maybe you don't even know that these games exist. You might be in a different type of a hobby, and you come across my channel, and then you become curious, like, what is this? I didn't know this existed. Like, I have a lot of friends that they didn't know about Zombicide. Now they just love Zombicide. Like every weekend they want to play Zombicide. It's sometimes we are just unaware of these different things that are out there. But I try and show off my different interests that I like. Put them together, and show them out there for you guys, and then you guys can make a decision on whether you want it to, if you don't want it, or just think it's cool and want to just see my videos to see what am I showing off. So I just want to thank everyone again, all the people, all my friends who are subscribers out there. I call you guys friends for sticking around, and I just thank you all. I'm up to like, I think close to 280 subscribers, which is really awesome for myself. I'm just putting out these videos there for you guys, just to, again, just to watch and, just be someone else, out there who, you trust for showing or knowing material on these different things and giving you information, and so thank you guys for sticking with me. And again, I'm sorry I haven't been able to make videos recently, but just life itself. But hopefully I'll be able to make some different videos again. Marvel Zombies is coming. I want to do some more wrestling. I have the different wrestling games I want to play. Phil Singer, Squared Circle. I want to show off different books I have and all that. So hopefully I get all that going soon. But thanks again for watching, guys, and thanks again for sticking around. Again, if you have any questions or comments, please leave any comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And again, hopefully see you in a video soon. Take care, guys. God bless. See you soon.